double-doubles. For Angel, she said that the next step for her is the playoffs. She is hungry to get this team to the playoffs as a leader. And for Caitlin, she led the league in threes.
She's done that to a lot of players.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Viral. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on Viral. We talk about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese basketball scuffle. It was an incident that had occurred, and more of that had occurred dealing with race. We'll talk about it in a minute with RG3 and Ryan Clark. But let's look back at the basketball scuffle between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese right here, right now. All right, you saw the basketball scuffle between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. What went down? It was a foul. When Caitlin Clark fouled Angel Reese, Angel Reese was upset. Valerie looked like she wanted to fight her and stuff. But you can tell these two 6-foot women want to go at each other. These Amazon women want to take each other down, but they want to do so in the beam in the court. Well, let's look at remarks from both Caitlin and Angel on what went wrong and what happened. Take a look.
Saturday and now the investigation of possible hate speech.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA and our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
How did it affect you Saturday, trying to do your job, trying to play, and having this going on simultaneously?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people, and obviously in the moment it's hard to hear, but my support system is great. God has protected me in so many different ways. I've gone through so many different things in the past couple of years of my life, but I think just having this support and this love and being a part of an organization that really supports me and loves me is something I couldn't imagine not being a part of.
What do you think the league's response is coming out right away and getting that investigation going?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, they understand that this is the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this, and they preach. I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. And obviously, the women in this league, they know that, and know there's no space for that. And I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So I think they've done a great job putting that out, and we're obviously just going to respond if they need to.
Were you able to give them kind of details of where like where the general vicinity was? You heard stuff.
That's not a good question.
Yeah. Oh, she did. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What would you like the league to do with those fans?
She's already answered this as well. We'll move on to the next.
Angel, moving on.
Once people start, I have to fight myself to get back in there.
Nice.
Basketball player, refs got it right. Move on.
Angel, before the
I know.
Wait, what?
I got the tech?
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Well, first of all,
no. I know.
let's not make it anything that it's not. It was just a good play on the basketball. I'm not sure what the refs saw to upgrade it, and that's up to their discretion after watching the initial whatever happened during the play and then whatever happened after. We watch a lot of basketball. It's a take foul to put them at the free throw line or rather give up 2 points. I've watched a lot of basketball in my life. That's exactly what it was. I wasn't trying to do anything malicious. That's not the type of player I am. So, yes, wasn't anything like that. And I went for the ball, and that's clear as day in the replay. You watch it. It shouldn't have been upgraded. But, again, that's up to the ref's discretion. But I appreciate AB having my back, I guess. I don't even know what she did. I didn't see that.
Yeah, well, girl.
Have fun paying that fine.
Can I get half? Can you send me a
I got it for you.
Oh,
Don't
perfect.
worry.
I wonder
Real
if you
hefty.
could just talk about.
All right, you saw that what went down between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. We thought that was over with, but it had expanded on into race as Ryan Clark and RG3 had to put their 2 cents in. Their 2 football players wanted to put their 2 cents in a women's basketball game. Let's hear
so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark.
How it started.
Last year, when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun. Y'all remember that?
The problem and who's really speaking.
On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball, not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and in WNBA viewership. A lot of people were attributing that to Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Angel Reese had to say.
The problem.
RG3 at first thought Caitlin Clark was being done wrong by Angel Reese, and then this happened when Ryan Clark defended Angel Reese right here.
When is the last time you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady, I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what Black women deal with a lot from Black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over Black women by denigrating Black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the Black women that have come before her, and now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And so now if you're RG3.
Yeah, Ryan Clark saying that RG3's wife was applauding and they used race as a bait to demean Angel Reese. You know, hey, when it comes to basketball is basketball, but when you put race in it, there are some overtones that many people may not be sensitive to or may not be insensitive to the fact of her color. And I understand Ryan Clark's. I can sympathize with Ryan Clark because Angel Reese wants to make her own, but then she's on the shadows of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal basketball player, don't get me wrong, but Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, they had to settle their issues in the court, but Ryan Clark and RG3 decided to take things personal, and both of them were teammates, and now it comes to this. Well, here's what RG3 had to say.
Because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, which was purely based in basketball. But I think all of you know there's a line in life that you just simply don't cross. Wives and children are always off limits. And Ryan Clark has sprinted past that line. Ryan Clark didn't like my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And that's fine. It's okay. It's part of the game. Sports media, I'm going to have an opinion. This person might not agree with it. That person might not agree with it. But what you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family just because you don't agree with a sports opinion that is purely based off the sport. I didn't make it personal. But what that really shows is just how low of a person Ryan Clark is. But Ryan, You crossed the line, man. You made it personal and some. I really believe there should be no space in sports media for personal attacks. I've said it before. But certainly personal attacks against wife and children have always been off limits. Ryan, you attacked me and my family in a public forum on a level that shows just how low of a human being you are. You can disagree with me all you want. Challenge my takes, but keep my family and my wife out of it. That's a boundary that should always be respected, man. Always. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for ESPN. It's cowardly, it's spineless, and it's weak. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family. Personally because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for him as a man. And I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, which was purely based in basketball. But I think all of you know there's a line in life that you just simply don't cross. Wives and children are always off limits. And Ryan Clark has sprinted.
All right, here's what we saw. RG3 was mad, vicious, angry that Ryan Clark would say something like that, talking about don't bring families in. Families should not be involved in it regardless. So I get that, but at the same time, you should let well enough alone and let that be between these two women. They had this covered, but you decided to jump on in the fray. Well, here's what Ryan Clark had to say to respond to that.
When is the last time you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady, I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what Black women deal with a lot from Black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over Black women by denigrating Black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the Black women that have come before her, and now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And so now if you're RG3,
Ryan Clark being a big man, apologize to Robert Clark's RG3's wife that this thing got involved. So it's getting messier and messier week by week, and how all this came to be and came about. Well, let's hear what you people had to say. You people had a lot to say. Let's hear what you people had to say on what the people say.
Robert Griffin situation. Two people that I call friend, regardless of how you might feel about them. Now, usually I make videos for the masses, for everybody, but this specific video is for people that look like me. So if you don't look like me, keep on scrolling, or you can eavesdrop in on a conversation that might not be for you. Yesterday, Robert Griffin, he seemingly attacked Angel Reese when he said, Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Robert supposes that he knows what hate looks like. Today, Ryan Clark responds and seemingly attacks Robert Griffin when he says Robert Griffin doesn't have conversations about the plight of Black women in his own house, implying that because Robert's married to a white woman, he doesn't have these conversations. Here's where I realize we are 24 hours later. A Black woman, Angel Reese, has seemingly been attacked by a Black man, Robert Griffin. And a Black man, Robert Griffin, has seemingly been attacked by a Black man, Ryan Clark. So ultimately, what have we been left with? A black man and a black woman being attacked, both by black people. So who's actually winning here? I know Ryan. I know Ryan well. I know Robert. I know Robert well. Ultimately, I believe that their hearts are very similar. They want the best from the world. They want the best for people that look like them, and truly they want the best for all people. But after 24 freaking hours, I'm really sitting here thinking that the only thing that has happened is that a black man, Robert Griffin, has helped fuel the attack of another black woman in Angel Reese by putting out his statement. And a black man, Ryan Clark, has helped fuel the attacks on another black man, Robert Griffin, by putting out his video. So it's just black people being attacked. And they're being attacked by the inciting of other black people. The reason I'm not hitting Robert or Ryan privately is because I think this conversation needs to transcend a private text message or a private phone call. Like, I really want people to hear this. What ultimately has been won? What's been won? Some retweets. Oh, you got figuratively dunked on. Oh, you got figuratively dunked on. Somebody's been called a coon here. Somebody's been called a racist here. Somebody's been called a sellout here. Somebody's been said they're dancing for the man here. But what's actually been won? Now, Robert's like implying that it's a bad look for ESPN, thus like maybe it should put Ryan's job in jeopardy. And then my dog Ryan's going back at Robert Griffin saying like he's the worst teammate ever. Just what's been won? What? Who's winning? Not people that look like me. All right, let's talk about...
Thought he was going to come out here, get on camera, talk real slick about Angel Reese with his white wife posted up in the back, looking like a Get Out sequel, okay? Sir, read the room. Here comes Mr. Kappa Alpha Psi Man, Ryan Clark, sliding through here, suited and booted, per usual, to let RG3 know, sir, I am not about to let that slide. This is a 22-year-old black woman that has been nothing but herself since day one, and she is not about to dummy down herself because you and your followers are uncomfortable. The problem is RG3 always wants to straddle the fence on being down or being digestible to his wife and her people. But what you can't do is police a black woman's confidence because you expect us to clap for you because you did a Dougie at Baylor 12 years ago. Like, stop. Ryan Clark came in the conversation and basically said, cut the shit. Angel Reese isn't the problem. People like you are. Y'all just don't know what to do with a young black woman who is unapologetic, stylish, emotional, and successful. Y'all want poise but not power, swagger but without sound bites. Nah, we're good. Ryan Clark said what needed to be said. Protect our girls at all costs, especially when they are bringing in ratings, culture, and wins. And RG3, if you can't uplift her without centering your proximity to whiteness, maybe you just need to log off. Because what you're not gonna do is control our narrative. And Angel, she already wrote hers.
I understand why.
RG fucking threes, be a Ryan Clark. RG3 sat up there and said, Angel Reese is a hater, she's jealous of Caitlin Clark, this, that, and the fourth. Buddy, Caitlin Clark hasn't won anything on any level. Not one. Not in high school, not in college, and not in the W. Angel Reese is a champion, and she beat her to win the championship. Like, what are we talking about, right? And as he's bashing Angel Reese, his white wife sits in the background, sips her tea, smirks and giggles and cheers him on. Like, I don't care that he has a white wife. Like, that means nothing. I don't care. Like, I just feel as if he doesn't have to bash or put down black women because of the kind he chooses to date. Like, bro, you can have your white wife in peace. Like, you don't have to bash black women every chance you get. Shit is annoying. Like, I fully understand why black women hate black men to an extent. It's niggas like him. I get it. I really do get it now, bro. They're not bitter. Nah, it's you motherfuckers, bro. It's y'all. It really is. Needless to say, bro, Caitlin Clark's a great player. Angel Reese is a great player. I've been watching Caitlin Clark since she was a sophomore at Iowa. Y'all are new. Y'all just found out about her when the rivalry, so-called rivalry, happened between her and Angel Reese. And y'all are only fans of hers to start off because y'all hate Angel Reese for no reason. Make it make sense. And like, yes, Caitlin Clark has brought a lot of attention to the W. But it's bad attention. It's you racist motherfuckers. It's bad attention, bro. It's never been this racist until she got in there. And I'm not putting all the blame on her. It's y'all. Like, bro, it's bad attention. Yeah, she's brought great attention because she shoots a long 3-ball. But, bro, it's not worth it, I don't think. I say all that to say this, bro. You can be a Caitlin Clark fan. You can be an Angel Reese fan. Personally, I support Angel Reese. I hate all the hate she's getting. Caitlin Clark fans, piss off. Like, I don't have nothing against Caitlin Clark. I just hate her fans, bro. And y'all made it that way. It's just that simple. And don't be an RG3, bro. Just don't. Support black women.
RG3 was top tier. Chef's kiss. Couldn't have said it better myself. Because all he did was solidify my opinion. And pause. My opinion, my opinion, my opinion, my opinion. Argue with your mom. Okay? My opinion is that some of these black men date a lot of these white women because it gives them the green light to project their microaggressions, macroaggressions for some of them, onto black women. Some of these black men just, it is what it is. And if I have to explain it, then we not on the same page. But yes, that's what it is. Because Ryan Clark was like, do you think that he's had that conversation with his children about what Reese possibly is going through as a black woman? No, he didn't. Because he's never married a black woman. So he don't understand. So basically, you have his white wife in the background cheering him on every time he has something negative to say about black women. And this came from a black man. So, like I said, yeah, I could argue with him all. But that's what it is. Some of these black men and some of these white women are one and the same. Argue with him all.
To what it is, what a black woman goes through because he has a white wife. You got to remember, Ryan Clark. RG3 came out of a black woman. Would you have said that to a white reporter? See where I'm going with this? Now, mind you, the man has a white wife. But to attack him and say, you don't know nothing about how a black woman feels because you are married to a white woman. By the way, RG3 is black. He has a black mother, somebody black, daddy black or somebody black. I'm pretty sure if he got some sisters, he got some black aunties. So he knows what it means to understand black women. So Ryan Clark, you did cross the line. You crossed the line. And you owe that man an apology. Because you maliciously went out and attacked him and his wife. What it is.
You people did not hold back one bit. You people let it be known that, hey, both women are phenomenal. Why do race got to be involved in it? And why do two sports pundits have to put themselves into a matter of that? So, hey, we'll see how this is going to play out. But we'll get to the next time edition between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Thanks for watching this